I'm a big fan of Rick Warren. Wrote one of the best-selling books of all time entitled The Purpose-Driven Life. And I also no shame in this. I don't talk about it all the time, but I'm a pastor's kid, and I kind of grew up, I grew up completely immersed in the church world. So I've heard so many messages and references to this idea of battles and blessings. And I was reminded today, again, of something that Rick said, many years ago, when the book, The Purpose-Driven Life, came out. It went bananas. And I'm not joking when I say one of the most sold books of all time. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it was going crazy. And, as a guy who's written 2 books, I just turned in the manuscript for my 3rd book, details on that as the year progresses, just fresh out of the oven. So, I mean, we don't even have a title yet, but I know what it is. It's the 7 stages that I talk about every day. So I'm super excited. That's coming. Because many of you going, Ken, I love the proximity principle, but I need to figure out how to get there. How to figure out what it is, rather. And so the proximity principle sits in stage 3 of my 7 stages, which is get connected. But anyway, this book, so when you write a book, the point I was making is when you write a book, you want it to do great, you want it to help a lot of people, but the reality is you have no idea how well it's going to do. You just don't. So when Rick Warren releases the book, Purpose-Driven Life, it goes bananas. I mean, crazy bananas. And at about the same time that he's receiving this blessing, his wife is diagnosed with cancer. I mean, just think about that. Think about the dream success in your professional life and achieving that and hearing that news and experiencing that. And then you find out that your wife or your husband or loved one or you yourself, there's some jarring battle that hits you. And you're in this season of what is going on here? I'm being blessed, and now I have to fight this other battle. And the way Rick described it is he realized that what that taught him is that it's not like we're in a season of blessing, then we go into battle, then we're back into blessing. It's not like this trade-off all the time. Well, I'm in a season of blessing. I'm looking over my shoulder. Where's the battle? I mean, some people live that way. It's that we're on this dual track is the way Warren describes it. I'm in a season of blessing, and I'm also dealing with a battle. There might be times where on the track that the blessing is further down the track. So, hey, I'm in blessing and I'm not really dealing with any major battles right now. But sometimes, and many times, you're in both. Joe and I were talking about this today during the show. I mean, he and I, we've been in seasons together where we're both experiencing professional blessing, but battles on the personal side with his wife's health. I mean, Joe, you went through that. I mean, that was largely the last 2 years, a lot of that.
Life was kind of like the book. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah. And so you're on this high in the middle of the day, and then boom, you're stepping into a battle, or it's like the battle, the personal stuff, the physical stuff, the emotional stuff, the mental stuff, the loved one stuff, whatever it is, it's there. And I was reminded of that we've got to understand that we really are on a dual track. And there will be times where you are experiencing personal blessing, but professional battles. Or you will be in relational blessing, but physical battles. That's just going to happen. There are times where you can be in professional blessing, but your personal life is a all-out battle. We need to understand that. And they are going to coexist. So what do we do with this? Am I just giving you a 411, just some info here? No, but I want to encourage you from my own journey. What do you do when you're simultaneously in blessing on one area of your life, and battle in another, or maybe multiple? What do you do? Well, I think there's 2 things. Let's look at the battle part. Number 1, if the battle is worthy, remind yourself why the battle matters. So if I'm going through a tough season, in my personal life with my family. Is my family worth the battle? How many parents out there know that parenting teenagers, or frankly, Nathan, you got little ones, is parenting a battle at times? Absolutely. Oh yeah, he said. Is the battle worth it? That's the question. When we're in the battle, let's look at the battle and go, hey, wait a second. Are we in an unnecessary battle? Because I think sometimes we're in a battle we don't need to be in. And how do we figure that out? We say, hey, is this battle worth it? Well, if it's for my wife or my kids or my family's health, whether that be mental, emotional, physical health, you better believe it. The battle is worth it. And if the battle's worth it, you have to focus on the end result, the win. What's the victory? And we see the victory and we focus on the victory. That's what keeps you showing up and fighting. All right. Now, if we ask the question, is this battle worth it? We go, wait a second. I'm battling toxic coworkers. I'm battling a toxic boss. Hello. We get this one all the time here on the show. You know what my answer is. Is that a battle worth fighting? No, it's not. It's not worth fighting. So get out of that battle. Life is going to bring enough battles to us that we must fight. Why in the world would we sign up for a battle that we don't need to fight? There's the idea on battles, all right? Perspective allows us to get what we need to fight the battles that we have to fight and allows us to go, oh my gosh, let's get rid of this fight. Why are we doing this? We only have so much energy. All right, now let's talk about the blessing. How does the blessing help us in the battles? Well, when we are experiencing blessing, so let's just say right now you're in a battle professionally, but you're experiencing blessing personally. Focus on those blessings. I've already given you the construct to filter the battle, but come over here and go, you know what? I am in a battle over here, but it's worth fighting. I'm going to fight it. Well, man, I'm going to rest and I'm going to be grateful for the blessings I have personally. And that comes up under us, if you will. And it's the wind beneath our wings, if you want to use that analogy. It sustains us in the battle. We know why we're fighting. Boy, we sure are blessed over here. Gratitude. Gratitude helps you with the attitude you need for the battle. And so pull from the blessing to have the energy, to have the perspective necessary to fight the battle. But understand, 2021, yes, we want it to be way better than 2020. My goodness, we do. But even the best of years have battles. Life is a dual track where we will have to endure battles while striving towards blessings. And then when we receive blessings, we will simultaneously deal with battles. And understanding that you can coexist in both of those. You can walk triumphantly through both of those. You can't expect the blessings to last forever, nor can you expect the battles to last forever. They're temporary, but they are going to show up. Be ready for it. Be prepared, and you'll get through it.